Hey guys, it's Brooke. I know it's been a while since I've done any kind of content for you, and I'm sorry about that. Life has been a little chaotic, not so much external for me, but more mental, internal stuff. Um, so I figured I should probably come on here and do like a little update of what's going on in my life and the world around me right now, and just kind of explain some things and check in with you. I haven't been doing my monthly weigh-ins. Part of that is because of why I really have been kind of distant. Um, I have noticed more unhealthy patterns with my mentality around food, and I had basically given everything a good or a bad title. Like there was no gray space. There were good foods and bad foods, and anything that was a carb, even if it was like fruit or anything, sweet potatoes, I had deemed that bad because it had carbs in it. Um, and I'm noticing now, or learning now, um, at this point in my life, that it's not a reasonable thing for me to say that I'm never going to have a sweet potato again in my life, or I'm never going to have fruit again other than strawberries in my life because those are the lowest carb. Like, that's not a healthy way of thinking. Um, and I have decided that I need to start taking the steps to kind of undo that processing in my head. And it's a lot easier said than done. So I started by probably 3 weeks ago now. I got a couple of sweet potatoes and I got some like honeydew melon and watermelon. And I still am struggling with the fact that I'm eating that because it's like water and sugar is basically what fruit is. And there's like nutrients in it too, but in my head, all I folks fixate on is that it's got sugar. So I'm just trying to like control my thoughts and myself when I'm introducing these foods back into my diet, to really sit with myself and just focus on how I feel physically when I'm eating that food, um, and just not think so much about the sugar, I guess. I mean, I am to an extent. I'm not eating a bunch and being stupid about it, but I'm reintroducing some foods that I have a bad relationship with. I'm not going to add things like desserts and sugar, like white sugar and white bread and like all that stuff, because it really has no nutritional value. So it doesn't have any value in my life. And that's the way that I'm trying to think about things. So sweet potatoes have been going good. I'm eating like a couple a week. I had some butternut squash, and that was great. And I thought that as soon as I allowed myself to have something carby, that I was just going to lose it and I was going to eat literally everything. And learning to be able to cut myself off and listen to the cues from my body that, like, that's enough. We don't need more than that right now. Um, that's going to be a struggle. It's something I'm going to have to really deal with probably the rest of my life. Um, but I need to start making progress and also not thinking about it only in a physical aspect, if that makes sense. Like, I don't want to pay as much attention to the scale. I need to pay more attention to my mind, and in turn, that will change my body. So that's why I've decided to stop doing monthly weigh-ins after only a few months, and I hate that I already have done that. Um, but it's just not healthy for me right now. Now I have stayed the same weight. I haven't, well, so the last weigh-in, I believe I was 240 even. Um, I got down to 238.4, and then I jumped back up to 240, and then down to 238 again, and then back up to 240. And then the other day, I weighed myself, and I probably shouldn't have, but I was expecting it to go up because I ate a piece of cake, and I shouldn't have. Or at least I didn't. I was beating myself up about it. So it's kind of weird to describe, but I weighed myself hoping that I had gained weight, so that I could berate myself for eating that little tiny piece of date cake at work. So surprisingly, I had lost weight, and I was down to 235.6, I believe. And so that would be the lowest weight that I've been since I started keto, like 4 years ago. I don't even know anymore. It's been a process. But then yesterday, weighed myself again. Shouldn't have. I was back up to 242. So I just fluctuate so much that I'm realizing that it's just not healthy for me to keep doing that. So I'm going to try and repair my relationship mentally with food and see what that does for my body. And I also need to stop thinking of the whole weight loss process as this like race with a finish line and being linear, and really think about it as this is something I'm going to be doing the rest of my life. Like, this is life for me, and not like hating myself, doing everything for 6 months to get down to a certain number on the scale, and then what? So I am willing to listen to other people's thoughts, opinions on, or like, I guess, advice on what has worked for them in repairing their relationships with food. But I really don't think that this is something that you can get externally. I think this is all a me thing. Like, this is something I have to deal with on my own, and that's a hard realization to make, but I'm the one that put the weight on, so I'm the one that's going to have to figure myself out to get healthy. And also, on a lighter note, so for the first time in my entire life, honestly, because I've said like, oh, I look good before, but like I never really believed it. Would have been almost 2 weeks ago now. I was at work, and in one of our hallways we have like mirror panels. I don't know if it's to make it look bigger, but for the first time in my adult life, I looked at that mirror just out of the corner of my eye, caught myself in it while I was doing my job, and just this thought went through my head: I like my body. That's the first time anything like that has ever crossed my mind as an adult. I have been so hard on myself, and I just can't even the fact that that was the thought still blows me away. And I am working towards changing that like to a love. And I'm getting closer to that every day. Even though I'm not really changing too much physically right now, I'm learning that my body has been through so much, and it's mine. I'm gonna cry. But I really need to stop comparing myself to others. And I know I've said that 100 times to myself, not like on here, but I am good enough as I am. And honestly, I like my body right now. And it may still be 240 pounds, but I think that I'm a good person. And I think I look pretty cute. There are moments I go back and forth even throughout the whole day with, oh, do I look like a boy? Or like, oh, should I grow my hair out again so I look more feminine? Should I try a different style of pants to hide my flap of a belly? Should I wear tighter leggings so they hold in my thighs? Like, I still have those moments throughout the day. But overall, I like how I look right now. And I know that a lot of people are going to be really hateful about that because I am still technically obese. But that doesn't mean, just because I'm happy and I like my body right now, doesn't mean that I don't want to better it. It just means that I need to accept it every step during the journey. Like, what's the point in hating yourself all the time? Like, you can only love yourself if you're a certain weight. Like, that's not okay, and that's how I've been living my life for far too long. 28 years. It's time for change. So that's kind of where I've been mentally and why I've been kind of distant from YouTube. It's just a lot of energy that I did not have basically all of my energy was going into like my own head. So I just didn't really have the mental capacity to do this. But I'm hoping to get back into it. I was hoping that things would start to get back to normal with like the whole pandemic situation, but that doesn't seem to be coming anytime soon. So I'm just gonna have to keep going with my life. So where I work, we've had our first positive cases there, which is scary because we were doing so good. And then on top of that, Adam has changed jobs. So I've been like, we had to adjust our schedule to that because he doesn't drive. So, which I don't, it's okay. But I have to like change my schedule to be able to make sure that he gets where he's got to go. And that's okay because I love him. But then I keep saying like I'm working on this project and I don't want to talk about it yet. And that's still partially true, because I haven't gone through the whole process yet. But basically I'm starting a business, and I'm not gonna like say the name or give much info about it yet because I still have to get my DBA before I launch my website, and I'm hoping to do that within the first few months of 2021. And it could be sooner, but I don't think so because I'm developing formulas for my own products. And then I still have to get, I actually got packaging. I have something right here. I'll show you a little sneak peek, but not a lot of it. That's all you're gonna get. But I bought a heat sealer so I can seal my own product. I'm working on getting my logo designed right now. I'm waiting for that back from an artist out of New York. Just trying to get the formulas right for my product has been super stressful because I'm not getting much feedback from people that are testing it yet. So I have to wait on that because like I use this stuff on a regular basis, so it's nothing out of the usual for me. So I don't know like how other people are going to react to it. And then based off of their opinions, I might have to make some changes. And I've already changed it like 7 times on my own. So then I have to figure out like taxing for businesses because I don't know anything about it, and like start a new bank account. And so that's where like all of my mental capacity has been going as of late. And I have been selling plasma to be able to fund the startup of that. And that's another thing I have to add to my schedule throughout the week. So I've just been really busy, and mentally and physically. So that's why I haven't been posting. And I know that I don't have to come on here and like tell you all of this going on in my life, but I want to. I just want to be transparent. Like, this is who I am, and I'm probably not always going to be consistent because mentally I'm not always consistent. That's just me. I keep burping because I'm drinking coffee and for some reason it's making me burp, but I guess I don't really know what else to say right now. So hi. I hope you're all doing well. I know a lot of states are still seeing increased rates of the virus, and just the world is really chaotic right now with everything going on with politics and the election coming up. And I will not say my political stances on things, other than like I'm pretty sure from who I am in my lifestyle you can probably guess. But just please vote. Please. We need to do something. We need something to change. Things are not good right now, and I don't know that they will be, honestly, whatever way the election goes. But we can hope for a better future, and we can be better people to promote that. So yeah, I guess that's it for this time. I hope you're all doing well. Again, happy October, my favorite month. Bye.